I'm here. I'm Max, Chief Review Officer here at Devolutions. Along with me is founder and CEO at Devolutions, David Hervieux.
Always a pleasure.
Always good to connect. It's our 5th edition of Devolution Central this year. All right. So without further ado, I wanted to see and have a quick chat with you, Dave, this morning regarding the direction of Devolutions. We've been here for the past 14 years or so.
Yeah.
At Devolutions. So congrats for that.
You've been with us since
2012.
12?
Oh, yeah. So it's been almost 12 years now. The team is growing.
Yep.
Our headquarters is actually located just a bit outside of Montreal here in Canada. And I don't know if we have the video set, but we're currently building a new extension to our headquarters right now.
Yep. Yep.
We just hit the 200 employee mark this year.
Exactly.
Moving forward, we want to grow up to maybe 300, 500 employees in the upcoming years. Still have a very good growth here at Devolution. So thanks to you guys.
Campus.
Yeah.
You have to keep in mind that we are in a small town. So building something huge like that is it's a bit strange, but it's cool when you can build such a building in your hometown. It's like a dream come true. And the idea of showing you that is to explain in a real way that we are here for the long term. We play the infinite game. We don't want to sell a company to a big players. Why it's important? It's important because when you invest in our products, you want to make sure that we're not leaving the market soon. So for us, it's you can see that it's the St. Lawrence River, so we are located. You see, it's a small town. This is Laval 3. It's very funny when we have visitors because they have to take a Uber
from the airport.
Countryside. Okay, Laval 3 is countryside. Yes, it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we are all living a dream.
Yeah,
building a business in a small town, not in Montreal, not in Toronto, not in New York, not in Silicon Valley. It's okay to have a business in Silicon Valley, but it's a different lifestyle for
and we're native from David and I are both native from Laval 3, so it's we're very proud of what we've built so far. And as David mentioned, we want to play the infinite game. So we're here to stay. We're not leaving the space. We're growing with the market, growing with you guys. We intend to continue delivering solutions to the SMB market, mid market. So. To grow with our use base as well, that's something very important for us, and that's what we've done for the past 12, 14 years or so. That being said, we're still continuing to grow our portfolio of products. This year, we are going to introduce the 2 new products, but maybe, David, you want to start off with the one on top that you guys might know, right? With Remote Desktop Manager.
Yeah, we learned that it might be in the past, it was confusing. So everybody starts with Remote Desktop Manager usually, which is very obvious. But after that, you have 2 different foundation. One is self-hosted and one is cloud-based. Usually we were mixing the PAM solution with the Devolution server, and this was creating kind of, okay, I already have CyberArk. Why I will buy your PAM solution? Okay, just buy Devolution server to be able to have a kind of a backend for Remote Desktop Manager. And if you don't have any PAM solution, you can extend to the next step in terms of security level with our PAM solution. So everything starts with Remote Desktop Manager, because our expertise is really in remote connection. And it's funny because I remember a few years ago, people were asking me, okay, what is going to be, what you going to do with the passwordless? But we are managing passwords because we have to. But my dream is to only manage connection, which is the purpose of Remote Desktop Manager. But because of the sensitive data, you have to store it somewhere. You have to leverage your Active Directory. You have to leverage your infrastructure with a cloud-based solution or a self-hosted solution. That's why we have split in a most efficient way. You start with maybe Remote Desktop Manager with a personal use. You might upgrade to a SQL Server, which is okay, but the next level it's with Devotion Server or Devotion Hub.
Yep.
And after that, the interesting part is, okay, I want to be, since I've built the confidence and the trust with the Devotions product, I know them, I will move to the next level and deploy a Devotions Gateway to simplify and secure my remote access. And I will leverage the PAM solutions. So it's really, you're building a journey in our products, but it starts with the most productive way in Remote Desktop Manager.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, you mentioned just right there, right? Starting with Remote Desktop Manager, moving forward, we call them security tiers at Devolution. So starting in tier 3 with Remote Desktop Manager, moving to tier 2 with either the hub, cloud-based, self-hosted with server, and after that you move on to the tier 3, or I should say tier 1. Sorry about that. For the extended products such as Gateway and the PAM product as well. We're going to talk about that a little bit more throughout the next 3 hours. We're going to have the product managers, VP of products coming up to discuss the different part of the platforms.
Yep.
One thing that's very interesting is you get all these solutions with one vendor being Devolutions, right?
Yep, exactly.
And we put a lot of effort right now on integrating all those solutions so that they can all work hand in hand together, so that you get the most out of the platform once you embark on the journey with us, I should say, right?
Exactly.
So that being said, we want to make sure that we're very aligned with the needs, your business requirements in the SMB market or the mid market. So 1,000 employees or less, or 5,000 employees or less. That's our main focus here at Devolutions. And the PAM market, the Privileged Access Management market, has grown a lot for the last couple of years. So you might you might be looking at a solution right now. You may have a solution in place right now. We're gonna discuss that in the next upcoming session.
There's one missing pieces. It's interesting to remember that we try to stay as neutral on the market as possible. So if you like our product and you don't have any existing solutions, you can buy our products and you will move forward in your journey in terms of productivity and security. But if you already have something like CyberArk deployed, you can leverage our products as well, because we have a new kind of sub-module. It's the integration of Remote Desktop Manager with CyberArk, which is by itself a kind of a product that you can deploy to leverage your existing infrastructure. And so this is not in our graphics, but it's a really important part of our offering.
And that's a very good point. One of the feedback that we receive a lot is being able to connect our solutions to what you guys have in place. So being able to integrate Devolutions to exactly how your infrastructure is built. Might be Active Directory, Azure AD, it might be CyberArk, Beyond Trust, might be
the Linea as well.
Yep. Your own specific password managers you want to use as well in Remote Desktop Manager, you can connect that as well. We support more than 60 different technologies in Remote Desktop Manager.
Exactly.
So not only Remote Desktop protocols, but a whole bunch. The last one we just integrated was actually a LAN sweeper. In Remote Desktop Manager for network discovery. We've worked with the team at LAN sweeper with the engineering team to connect LAN sweeper directly into the tools in Remote Desktop Manager, so you can
synchronize and synchronize your IT assets.
Yeah,
so it's interesting. Yeah,
good. We have 4 or 5 minutes left. We wanted to discuss a bit more about I would say initiatives that we've always had at Devolutions.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's being able to provide those solutions to the most majority of IT professionals in the world. And we've heard our customers with smaller teams as well that wanted to deploy our solutions and maybe not being able to have necessarily the right budget, the right resources, but at least they want to being able to get more productive and being more secure. So that's why we've came up with a free offer. And that's directly on the website, what you guys are seeing right now. So you can leverage a couple of components within our platform, free for. Maybe we want to start with Remote Desktop Manager.
Yeah, it's really free.
Yep.
So it's free.devolutions.net. It's really easy. We will add more information to this page if it's confusing, because I want you to make sure that there is no catch, but you have to understand the limitation and why we are having those limitations, because keep in mind that we are a business. So when you know what are the limitations, you could be free to use it. So everything is commercial usage. So no limitation for that.
Exactly.
So about Remote Desktop Manager free, most of you might know Remote Desktop Manager free. The idea behind it is to make sure that we offer as many features as possible, as long that it stays single users.
Yeah.
If you move to a centralized database, you need to buy the Enterprise Edition. So our goal is to make sure that you are able to have everything that you have in MSTSC, RDC Man, and you pay nothing. So we build a trust in the product. And by the way, it's exactly the same product. There is no threshold, no
except from the team features.
Exactly.
There's no limitation
in
except
terms of
for the
data
team
source,
features. Yeah.
If you move to a team edition, you need to buy the Enterprise. It's called Team Edition. I'm saying
it's
Enterprise,
okay.
but the Enterprise Edition.
Server
the
now.
other one, Devolution Server.
Yep.
Okay, we have a huge challenge coming up in the future. We want to move as many SQL Server database users to Devolution Server. Why?
Yep.
It's not because we want to sell you Devolution Server, but we believe in a more secure infrastructure. And I get requests to centralize something with a kind of a backend to leverage emails, Active Directory, and the solutions is Devolution Server. I can't create something else than we already have in Devolution Server. So we decided to remove many limitations in Devolution Server. So now it's free for 10 users.
Yep.
The catch, because you need to know the catch. If you want to use it with Remote Desktop Manager, you need the Team Editions.
Yeah.
So if you use Workspace, it's free, really free for 10 users. So if you deploy it as a password manager, it's completely free. So this is the catch. And but for 10 users, it's really easy to migrate from a SQL Server. And I think you remember we have 80 or 85% of our SQL Server the database or data source users, which are the team is less than 10 users. So we can.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. We have a lot of users and customers that are within that threshold of 10 users. I think it's 6,000 accounts that are within that limitation of 10 users. Yeah. So if it's your case, feel free to visit the page. The link is in the chat box. And download Devolution Server free for up to 10 users. Yep. No limitations in there as well.
No serial as well.
No serial.
You start, you deploy it. I want a free edition.
We want to make sure that there's no entry barrier, no friction to get started with the server. Only limitation is 10 users, but you can connect it
We even support Active Directory.
Yeah, exactly.
Why? Because we know that if you leverage the Active Directory, you might hit the threshold of 10 users. So we're not perfect, but if you love our product, I'm sure you will be glad to pay for it. That's the thinking behind this strategy. And we are transparent as possible. The two remaining products. One is Devolutions Hub Personal.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of Bitwarden and free, fully free with you can use it with Devolutions Workspace, which is now available on Mac, Windows, iOS, and Android. And I'm using it now. Even though that I'm a power user of Remote Desktop Manager, the simplified view for just my password in Workspace is really nice. And the last one, I will finish with that. It's Devolutions Gateway, the standalone edition. You will see its amazing technologies. Stay tuned for that. It will be interesting. Marc-André will
our CTO, our Devolution CTO, Marc-André Moreau, is going to be with us at 11. Yeah. So we're going to deep dive into the gateway with him. All right, David, time's running up. So thanks for joining us this morning. We'll meet again at 11:30 for the live Q&A session with Maurice VP Products, Marc-André, and yourself for the live Q&A. We'll be back in 1 or 2 minutes, just so we have time to bring our guests here, Maurice and Frank, to the table. Stick with us, but thank you again.
Yeah, and remember, you might see me on a forum somewhere.
Yeah, go to the Devolutions forum. David is very active. Devolutions forum.
I'm still the power user.